first generation Honda CRVs might just be the greatest Hondas of all time. You guys know the deal. My name is Ryan. This is Project Race Car. Let's get into it. This is just a regular old CRV. What good is it? How is it the best Honda ever? So first we have to look at all the other Hondas. You guys might be thinking, Ryan, you're leaving out the Civic, the Type R, the frickin' Integra, all these other things, right? CRV beats them all out. Number one, the Honda CRV comes all-wheel drive from factory. All these Hondas are trying to, do this big flex on all-wheel drive. The CRV's been doing it. You might be thinking, well, I still want to drive manual. Dog, the CRVs come in manual. Check this thing out. We have the nice gray classic Honda interior, and we have the 5-speed manual. Are you kidding? A top speed of 130 miles an hour and a odometer with 205,000 miles on it, and we're just breaking this thing in. Not to mention, no other Honda has trunk space like this. This thing is absolutely ridiculously spacious. While we're talking about the interior, you can't help but mention that the seat drops all the way down, and so does the back seat. So you have this entire bed to sleep in. So the seats go all the way down. It makes a full bed. So if you guys want to take this absolute unit off-roading, you can, and you'll have a great place to sleep. Now, if you guys know CRVs, then you know what I'm about to show you, but I want to see any Civic out there with this. What CRV wouldn't be complete without a picnic table built into the car? Are you kidding? We have plenty of storage in random spots like this. You can hide drugs and stuff in there. And if we look under here, we have more storage there, more storage there, and more storage underneath the picnic table. You guys might be thinking to yourself, all that ingenuity still doesn't convince me to get a Honda CRV. Now, my counter. They are extremely affordable, right? Great on gas mileage, and nobody wants them. Now hear me out. That third one might sound like a bad thing, but let me tell you why it's a good thing. They made millions of these things, and nobody wants the engine because they're the slowest one. So say this thing goes, I'm picking up another one for $200. You can't beat it. Like I said, this car has 205,000 miles on it, and we are just breaking it in. I've owned it for the last 50,000 miles. I swear I have done zero maintenance. The only thing that I've done is the battery, right? The clutch, which is just regular maintenance, and I also had to replace the clutch master cylinder, but that's it. Just regular oil changes and the clutch, and I am good to go. I'm actively putting 800 to 1,000 miles a week on this thing, and it has just been taking it, no issues. It blows great AC. It has survived 2 summers out here in Austin, Texas, which it has been brutal, but it has just still had zero issues overheating, knock on wood. Obviously, when you compare it to new cars and turbos and all that stuff, it is quite slow, but it gets the job done. So my plan with this absolute unit is to clean it up, modernize it a little bit, throw it on some nice suspension, maybe get a small wheel and tire upgrade, nothing crazy, and then start preparing the chassis for an engine swap. That will be very much in the future, but depending on how well all of this stuff goes, I would love to throw my K24A2 into this thing. This bad girl is out of a 2004 TSX and makes a whopping 205 horsepower. Pair that with all-wheel drive and maybe some forced induction, and we have an absolute sleeper CRV on our hands. Not to mention a sleeper with a freaking picnic table in the back. I'm telling you, I picked this thing up 3.5 years ago. It has not let me down since. I only paid $2,200 for it, and the thing is still the same price. It has reached its lowest price that it will ever get. So you guys need to snatch them before this video makes the prices skyrocket, you know? Before Adam LZ and Cletus, before they get attached to these things, you guys need a big one up right now. In all seriousness, the Honda CRV was never on my radar, but at the time my E92 335i was down and I needed something that was going to be a nice, reliable daily. And the only thing, I'm talking the only thing that was cheap at the time was this absolute unit. I didn't even realize that this thing came in a manual until I showed up and was picking up the car. The AC just slaps all the time. The thing has been incredibly reliable, and it's been an absolute unit of a car. I could not recommend getting one enough. Honestly, if this thing blew up tomorrow, I would be out looking for another first-gen CRV. They were produced from 1997 to 2001, and they are incredible. They are actually driver focused as much as a CRV gets. So these things have a like small cult following. If you guys know, then you know. But these things, I can now see the reason why after owning one for 3 years. They are such great cars, and if you can get away from like just a little bit of the looks and a little bit of the stigma, they're awesome cars. So with all that being said, I will start working on the CRV soon. I need to do a detail of the interior because it has not been detailed at all. I need to clean out the engine bay because that is looking a little rough. And then we need to get new wheels and tires and possibly suspension on this thing. My current tires are absolutely shot, and there is a screw in one of the tires. But listen, it's still holding air, and we're just gonna keep rolling with it. It's been holding air for the last 4 weeks now, and it hasn't moved, so we're gonna keep rolling with it. I am waiting on parts to come in for the actual engine, so make sure you guys are subscribed for that to see the actual progress that we are gonna make. And we are just slowly moving forward. But that is going to end it for today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Make sure to go find a CRV if you guys are looking for a new car. And until next time, my name is Ryan. This is Project Race Car. Have an amazing day. Peace.